All right, folks, before the father of the bride, Peter, comes up and says a few words, I'd just like to say a few words myself. We will all need a drink for this. It's obvious that I am going to focus on the most important people here today. The people we feel all great love for, and without who today just wouldn't be possible. I'm sure all of us at some point will share with them our thoughts from this day and give them our love, admiration and best wishes. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to all raise your glasses and say a toast to the bar staff. To the bar staff. Now if we can all please give a rousing round of applause and welcome Kate's father, Peter, to come up and say a few words.
Go on, Skip!
I feel as though there's a lot of pressure on me tonight.
You'd sit down if you
It's really nice to be here. If I don't use the microphone, can you hear me down there, Chris?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Can you hear me down there? Okay. Put your hand up if you can't hear me.
What if you don't want to hear it?
You silly old deaf people.
That's me.
No, I was only talking about my younger brother. Jackie, Derek, thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's not easy being an MC.
It's true.
And I think you've done a wonderful job. Is Nicole, Lai and Mark still around, or they've headed off? The band Rush.
They're eating.
They're eating. Can we put it together for the band? It was over a year ago when we were in New Zealand and Kate started listening to bands on the internet for the wedding. She does like to have things organised well in advance. And we listened to about 20 bands sitting in a little room in Queenstown, New Zealand with the little fire going and the snow coming down. And we listened to Rush Band. And everyone said, that's the band for your wedding. And we are so pleased that it's worked out that way. Fantastic. Family, friends, invited guests, Kayleen and James. If you would like to understand that little joke, you will have to talk to Kayleen and James after my speech. Quite funny. Look, I've waited 31 years and 21 days for this event. And as I stand here, just give me a minute, please, because I'm just in awe. I'm in total awe of what I see. Peter and Kate, how did you do this?
I don't know.
With a lot of help.
Let's give them a round of applause. Look, there's been a few special events in my life. My marriage, I'll never forget that. Birth of my 3 children. My hole-in-one. My 750-centimetre flathead. And this wedding. And I can honestly say that the pinnacle, the absolute pinnacle of this...
Flathead!
You got it!
I watched you have to pull it in with every wave. It was fighting so hard.
You're right, it was the flathead. But very close to that, very close. Coming second was my hole-in-one.
Ipswich Golf Course.
Ipswich Golf Course?
Look, it's not easy putting together an event like this, Wednesday night, I had had enough. It was Peter Harry. He'd had enough. My driveway through to the carport was 25 metres of glassware. I had just gone up to the shops to get some flour for the little tartlets that you'll be enjoying later, and I came back with gluten-free flour. I got into a lot of trouble. That stuff is shit. Peter Harry was out the front. He just packed this big box and he put it in the boot and he closed the boot and he said, "Yes, that's the first one." I said, "Oh, we're on fire." And Kate leans out, Peter, have you put that in the car?" "Yes." "I don't want it in the car. It's not full yet. Can you bring it back inside?" I looked at Peter, Peter looked at me. I said, "Mate, I've got $200 in my wallet. You and I, we jump in your car, we head south, we see how far we can get."
You didn't get very far.
I was ready to go.
Peter said, "Yeah, let's do it, and let's take all the beer." And that's why I love him like a son. Okay, it's just an amazing event. And basically, my job here tonight, as Kate has told me for the last 17 months since she got the ring on the finger, Daddy, please say nice things about me. I would really, really like it if you said lots and lots of nice things.
Oh, yeah, that's it. It's not a 21st speech.
It's not a 21st, so we don't want any jokes, but a little bit of gushiness would be nice, she said. So, that is all I have to do. Okay, so she then said, "I really would like to preview your speech." Now, whatever Kate has asked for in the last 31 years and 21 days she has got, I gave her the speech. Family, friends, invited guests, James and Carleen, welcome to this celebration. Kate, Peter and Pistol Pete. Right from the very beginning, there was confusion in the Fazel household when Peter Harry walked in the door. Peter Harry, Peter Fazel. Confusion. They said, maybe we should use our second name. Peter James Harry, Peter James Fazel. It just didn't work. So we decided, or one of my son's good mates decided that that was going to be Pistol Pete. Yeah. My wife, oh, that was the other thing. They used to say, sorry Andrew, in a minute. What? I won't forget you. What happened was that one of Joe's friends really liked Pistol's guns and said, "That Pistol, he's a weapon." And my wife, Andrea, just thought that was the funniest thing. And so, Pistol walked into the house one day and Andrea said, "Hey Pistol, show us your weapon." She didn't quite get it right. Poor old Peter Harry. He just went this. It was crimson. It was red. He didn't know whether to say, "Hi Andrea," or drop his pants. So, look, really, all I have to do now is just fill in these little holes. This one here, the missing one here was a double forceps to live. Yeah, the ERY is gone. Dr. Bear, long, gap, difficult labour. So, there's a few other little holes too. That was the second page. So, I'm going to fill that in for you in a minute. So, what do I do now? Dad, why would anyone spend a lot of money on a wedding reception when you could take the money and put it for a house deposit? Of course, darling. That's a wonderful idea. That's 2 years ago. As soon as the ring went on the finger, out comes the iPhone with the wedding planner on it. And here we are tonight. So there is no house deposit, folks. But tomorrow at 11 o'clock at the barbecue just outside the tent here, we will be having an auction. Oh, the marquee, sorry. Oh, shabby chic. So, please come along to the auction. All the glassware's up for sale, very cheap. We will be making a bit of a profit, hopefully. Now, it is a pleasure to think now as to why and how we came to be here. And the reason is the grandparents. We've got Isla and Alan. We've got Denise, Andrew's mum, who unfortunately is quite ill today and has had to go back to the house. Heather and Tom, Linda's mum and dad, Shirley, David's mum. And I would like those grandparents to stand up, please. To the grandparents. The reason they have a flashing torch is that they caused this catastrophe. And I think it is only fitting that if you have any complaints about the food, the temperature of the beer, the grandparents will have that flashing for the rest of the night. You go up to them and you complain. I have one other toast. David and Linda, please stand up.
No. Do you want to
Yes. No. You're not old enough to play with flashing torches. I want to thank David and Linda for giving us Pistol. Let's face it, Kate wasn't having much luck before Pistol came. To David and Linda. Now, lots of nice gushy things about Kate. Now, I thought of one today. Can't think of it at the moment. Look, I'll think of it later, okay? Well, I just wanted to say something about Pete and Kate. They'd been dating for over a year. And then they started saying things like, Dad, guess what? We went and looked at wedding rings today. Oh, that's nice. And we went to look at engagement venues. Oh. I thought, this is getting serious. And so it was. And then Kate said, oh, and by the way, Peter wants to ask you for my hand in marriage. I said, what? Wait, what's he going to do? He wants to ask you for permission to marry me. I said, isn't that quaint? Okay. So, I immediately thought, I'm going to have some fun with this. And I thought, when he does, I'm going to say, okay, how many goats do you have? Or I might say, listen, that's a very, very serious question, Peter. I'm going to have to think about that for a week. I'll get back to you. Or I thought, maybe I could be really, really clever and say, nah. So there was this tension building in the Fazel household. We normally are pretty laid-back sort of people. We have the barbecues, friends come through, it's all la 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 la, happy, happy, happy. But I tell you what, the next 3 weeks was full-on tension. When is the question going to be? So, what happened was, I said, Kate, you've got 5 weeks before you and Pete fly out to New Zealand. You'll be 5 months there. It might not happen in the next 5 weeks. Maybe he just wants to propose to you on a snow-capped mountain. How romantic would that be? Well, he better bloody not. that would be a disaster. How can I organise a wedding when I'm in Queenstown? That's just not going to work. If he does that, I'll never forgive him. I thought, oh. You wait till I start on pistol. I had to calm things down. It was really getting tense. I said, Kate, listen. When Peter Harry asks me the question, I will tell you immediately. You promised, Dad? Yes. I will tell you, and then you can get on with things. All right, okay, right. So then, another 2 weeks went by. New Zealand was coming up. Things were getting really hairy, and I'm saying, no he hasn't, he hasn't, no he did not ask me, not today. But then he asked me a question, not the big question, but he said, would you like a game of golf next Wednesday? And I said, yeah, that'd be great, good. And Kate found out. She told everyone. The women folk were ecstatic. So, there we are on the first tee at St Lucia. Just Peter, Harry and myself. And I knew it was going to happen. All of Brisbane knew it was going to happen. I did my usual tee shot, which was a slice to the right. Peter Harry, being a left-hander, did a slice to the left. And in golfing terms, my slice to the right is called a slight fade. In golfing terms, Peter's slice to the left is called, you've gone up the wrong fairway. Oh, you've lost that one, Pete. That's good. Don't bother looking for that one. He's got to work on that. So, that's the way it was. 18 holes. Hardly saw each other, hardly spoke to each other. We're putting the golf clubs in the car to come home, and I said, And I really felt like a drink then because it was a pressure game. I thought, will he ask me this one? Will he? Oh, it's the 11th. She's going to have to ask me soon. So I said, Peter, I've got some guests coming over tonight. Not for 2 hours. We could go into the clubhouse and have a drink. And those of you who know Peter really well know that he's a deep, deep thinker. And he put his little thinking cap on, as he often does when he's going to answer important questions. And he said, oh, yeah? I suppose we could. If you really want to. So, we went in, got a drink. I'm sitting down at the table with my beer, Peter's sitting down, and I hadn't quite sat down, and then I'll remember his words till the dying days. He said, well, there's no way to say this easily, so I'm just going to come out with it. Can I marry your daughter?
Pistol!
So I sat down and I thought, oh, I can't have a drink. I can't have a drink, I've got to answer the question. I put my drink down, I said, and he completely caught me off guard. And all I could think of was goats. Something about goats. I've got to say something about goats. And then I said, thank you. How many people have answered that question by saying thank you? I don't know why I said it. Peter took it as a yes. I was so bloody relieved. So, I had a third attempt at my beer. Pick it up. And we might just reenact this actually. Could everyone just grab a glass? And this is me at St Lucia Golf Club. Trying to have a drink for 5 minutes. And I want everyone to put the glass up to your lips, but do not take a sip. And when I say the word but, put it down. So we all went like this, but... I said, but what? I've got a favour to ask, he said. I don't want you to tell Kate. And definitely not Andrea. I said, but why? Because everyone knows we're getting married. There's no secret. And when I propose to Kate and give her the ring, I want an element of surprise. I said, well, yeah, okay, that's good. So, I was in a dilemma, wasn't I? I look at my beer, no answer. Look up above, big fella up there, he says, you're on your own with this one. I look at Peter, I say, mate, us fellas have to stick together. Your secret's safe with me. And then I had a bloody big drink and you better too. So then, we're going home in the car and I'm thinking, what just happened? How am I in this position? Weddings are supposed to be happy. Why am I the meat in the sandwich? Why me? What did I've been a good father, I really have. So, Peter drops me off in the driveway and takes off. I'm walking into the house with my golf clubs. Who's in the kitchen? Andrea. She looks at me and says, well? I said, Well, what? Well, did he? Did he what? And I knew I couldn't keep going with that because the smoke was starting to come out of her ears. And she said, did he or didn't he ask for Kate's hand in marriage? No. Bullshit! You're a liar! You can't stand there and look me in the eye and say that in 18 holes of golf he never asked the big question. And I said, no. I wasn't lying, it was the 19th hole. Never lied in my life. So, but after I grabbed a beer and ran away, hid in the backyard, there was still nothing resolved, was there? Kate was still wanting to get the question, everyone wanted the question. It was another 2 weeks of absolute torment. And it got to the stage where I thought, I'm going to have to step in here, I'm going to have to go and talk to Peter Harry, and I'm going to say, listen, do not ask her for her hand in marriage on a snow-capped mountain in New Zealand. You have got it all wrong, mate. That's not going to work. You better ask her before the flight. And I was about to do that when I'm lying in bed one night, it was about 10 o'clock at night, Pete and Kate come straight through the front door, go through the kitchen, down to the TV room, where Andrea was watching TV, and then I hear this... Get the mowing! I says, bloody 10 o'clock at night, I don't want to drink champagne at 10 o'clock at night. What do you want? But I was drinking champagne at 10 o'clock at night. You betcha. Tension was over. So it all happened then. 17 months later, here we are. It's been a cruisy run. No problems at all. I've learnt all about shabby chic. When Kate first mentioned shabby chic, I thought she'd been in New Zealand too many times and just talking about shagging sheep. I got one card left.
Then you're out.
It says, say nice things about Kate.
It does, really.
So, and this is the part that I didn't have time to prepare because I've been so busy running around sorting out all this stuff. But anyway, there she is, beautiful Kate. She's pulled off a magnificent wedding. She's got herself a magnificent husband. Man, I have enjoyed every moment with over the last couple of years. And he knew he was... No. He knew that he was going to cop it tonight, but he's just too nice a guy. So, love you, mate. Welcome to the family. Kate, your mother and I are just over the moon with 31 years and 21 days. It has been magnificent. We're looking forward to the future. You are just a magnificent daughter. Everyone loves you. This is fantastic. And I want a big round of applause for Mr. and Mrs. Peter Harry.